So I'd imagine you guys kind of viewed this as a bit of a measuring stick game. So how'd you like the way your team measured up coming back from 2-0 against a pretty quality team?
Well, I think that whenever you can fight back from 2-0 and get a point, it's always a good point. There's always those, as coaches we talk about, when you blow a lead and only get a point, and then when you have games where you come back. So I thought it was an excellent point for us, and they are. You're absolutely right. It was a measuring stick for us. I thought we hung in there very well. I didn't think we had all lines going tonight like we have had, in the last few games, but I thought certain guys that certainly picked their game up as the game progressed, and it was back and forth. I mean, should have been. I think it was probably pretty exciting for the fans. I thought it was a playoff atmosphere and a playoff type of game, and guys were into it pretty good.
Certainly during the second half of December, you guys were certainly not getting the bounces. Have you ever seen a more bizarre good bounce than the Cornet goal?
Yeah, and even Newberry's goal, took a little bit of a hop there and hit the defenseman. So, I guess the hockey gods were certainly with us tonight in terms of the 2 goals we scored. But if we go back to, like you say, in December when we're out chancing and out shooting teams and having trouble getting 1 goal at times, it was nice to see us get a couple bounces because I thought we had, some really good looks. And I thought the first period there, he made an unbelievable save there on Wellman. And in the second there, he was moving laterally very, very well. And, the goalie there, he's first rounder for a reason. He's going to play in the NHL. So he's been tough, all games against us, really. If you look at the whole series in general, he's been solid.
Troy, that goal by Newberry, that was pretty big there, wasn't it? Because you go into the third down 2-0, could be different. Makes it 2-1. That's pretty big.
Well, the bench was pretty positive. We felt that we were coming on in the second period. We were having some good possession time, and they had their looks as well. Copley made a heck of a save there halfway through the second period, but I thought that if we could get one before the end of the second, it would energize the guys for the third. And as I said to the guys before we came out for the third, there's different ways you have to win hockey games, and this was just one of those games where we trailed and were able to pull it off. And when you give up that second goal, you're on the power play, it's a turnover, an obvious momentum swing in the other direction. So to get a little bit of that bounce on Noobs' shot, was a good break for us.
Yeah, what happened in the first 10 minutes of that second that allowed Syracuse to sort of seize the initiative?
Yeah, I just thought there was a couple pockets there in the second. I thought, there was a couple of our lines, not all 4 lines, but we were just getting outworked a little bit. And, there was 2 or 3 shifts in a row we weren't getting our matchups just from changes. And the second period is always the longer change. So we turned the puck a little bit back over there off the breakouts, and consequently we had to defend a little bit more than we usually do.
The plan going into the weekend was to drop Morin for 2 of these games. Didn't play tonight. What went into the decision to stay status quo?
Well, going into the weekend, my initial thought going back early in the week was for him to play Friday, Sunday. But you know what? We were winning. I liked all 4 lines. I didn't want to mess with the chemistry with a little bit of a winning streak, so I went with it Friday. And I anticipated a solid game in Lehigh and was obviously going down there believing we could win the hockey game. But to come out the way we played last night as a team and just dominate from start to finish, I thought all 18 skaters last night, and Gruby, quite frankly, I thought everybody was good last night. And in fairness to the lineup that played last night, I thought they all earned the game tonight. And it was just unfortunate that Morsey had to wait one more night. And he was certainly disappointed, but understood why we made the decision to go with the same lineup.
Got a quick turnaround tomorrow. What's the approach?
Well, I think that it will be difficult, just coming off an emotional game tonight, with a playoff type of game. But we've got 2 more points on the line. Certainly come tomorrow night, if we get 5 out of 6 points, that's going to be a heck of a week for us. Not a perfect week, but 5 out of 6 is next to perfect. And it is a game in hand. on Wilkes-Barre. So pick up a point tonight. So there's still lots to play for, and we know that the next 33 games are all implications for the playoffs and the race. And I'm sure guys will get rehydrated and get a good bite to eat tonight, and we'll get focused here for another game tomorrow. Okay, thanks guys. See you tomorrow.
All right, head coach Troy Mann giving props to the opposing